ya? Been a long time. I know, I always say that. But it really has been a long time. So, what's new with me? I haven't really planned what I'm going to say. I'm thinking about it, but I don't know. It's... Oh. Hi, how are ya? How you been? It's been a busy month or so. So I'm looking forward to January and hoping things will calm down. My folks arrived for Florida for the winter late November. And so that's been nice. You know, they're close by. They're about 15 minutes away or so in their motor home. So I'm enjoying that as much as possible. And let's see, in December I took on too many projects. I had like 25 people, I think it was about 25 total, ended up coming over for kind of a luncheon supper thing. And I thought I'd make it easy, and I had, you know, like, they would bring stuff too, so it wasn't like it was all on me. But you know how that is, you have to really figure out what everybody's bringing so everything's rounded. But decided to have a soup and salad type theme with bread and desserts, but soup and salad being the main feature. So I was planning on making 2 soups, and then I was hoping somebody else would make a soup or 2. But it was so funny, everybody I talked to, all the women were like, I'm not really very good at making soup. And I'm like, yeah, okay, Santino, don't knock the camera over. Santino, come here. Santino, come on. Goodness gracious. Okay, they really don't need to see your butt. That would really be better if you didn't share that. Okay, I think I'm going to have to start over. Hi, how are ya? Been a while. I know, it's always been a while. Whenever I do video, I always like, I haven't videoed for a while, but I kind of have an excuse this time, but you know, excuses, but I wasn't feeling very well, and then my camera died, and no names mentioned, but I think somebody knocked it to the tile floor. But we won't say who. And broke my camera. So I had to, really couldn't afford a new camera, but finally ended up getting one, shopped around. My husband actually is the one that shopped around a lot for me on the internet and things. Everybody was telling me to get the flip, which I think would have been really nice, but you know, he said, well, I think you should get something similar to what you had before, which was the EXILIM, because I can take both pictures and do videos. So he was steering me towards that. What are you doing back there? Hey, did you say hi to everybody? Did you apologize for breaking our camera so that we couldn't be on film? Huh? No? My parents got here in late November, so they're close by, about 15 minutes for the, you know, from us for the winter in their motor home. In December, I took on too many extra things for me physically. I had about 25 people over for luncheon, and it was kind of like my turn, so to speak, at church to do that. And it wasn't the whole church, of course, but there was some, anyway. I decided to have a soup and salad type theme, and everybody was going to bring, you know, they always, when we have something like that, everybody helps bring something, which is really nice. And my husband and I have had one of these before, where it's a soup and salad, and that's always kind of fun, you know, and there's a lot of different soups and there's a lot of different salads, you know, most people just, you know, think, anyway. So I was calling everybody and notating what they were going to bring, and I knew I was going to make at least 2 soups, but, you know, I was hoping I'd get another soup or 2 from other people. And everybody kept saying, I'm not really very good at making soup. I'm like, well, you know, and by soup I mean it could be a stew or a, you know, anything that you put in a bowl, that type of thing. So I made like a turkey tortilla type soup, and navy beans and ham. And then I was going to make potato soup, and I had everything bought for that. And actually one of the guys that was coming said, oh, he's really great at making potato soup. So I said, okay, fine. So I gave him all the ingredients. Yeah. I wish I would have made it myself, but oh well. That's what my husband said. He said, it was pretty bland. But somebody else brought a chicken gumbo. Fantastic. That was probably the biggest hit besides my chicken tortilla soup. But anyway, it was a nice time, but it was very wearing, and when you have that many people over and that many dishes, anyway. And then we had something else going on another weekend where I was gone at a convention. And then the next weekend, not the weekend, I guess that would have been the 23rd, I had a sit-down lunch for some special visiting people that were in the state, and that just exhausted me. And every time, this is why my husband says you're banned from having sit-down dinners, because I go crazy, and you know, I think everything has to be perfect, and it's just too much. But everybody had a really, really nice time, and I made my lasagna, which is pretty labor intensive. It takes a couple days because I make the bolognese and then yada yada yada, and then put it together one day. And anyway, it was really good, and at least everybody seemed to really enjoy it. And what else? I don't know. My mower broke. Transmission went out on it. Yeah. We need that like we need a hole in the head. It seems like about every week we have something happen. Oh yeah, and I had my annual girly thing, and they know I don't have insurance, so they tell me it's going to be like $120 or something for the appointment, and then they wanted to run some blood tests to see if I'm like over the hill girl blood tests, and they said that would be another $30 or $35. I said, okay. So of course, you know, I go in and I pay cash for that. What they didn't tell me was then the blood tests that they were going to run, I got a bill from the lab for $250 just for that. Not for the PAP. The PAP was another $50 or so. I don't know. It ended up being, all said and done, ended up being about $450. And I'm thinking, really? You really don't get that I do not have this type of money. I just don't, you know. Roof over my head or blood tests. No. Anyway. So it is what it is. And somehow I'll have to try to figure out how to pay that off. So anyway, I'm just going to quit there. Except, oh, no, wait, one more thing. I want a couple YouTube contest in November, and this one was from Texas Red 63, and it's his beautiful homemade soaps. So there's all sorts of beautiful soaps in here. This is lavender with goat's milk. That one, it's not marked, but it's probably something similar. Beautiful, beautiful soaps. And I know I gave one away. It was Butt Naked Stud or something. That. Oh, and there's some with shea butter. I'm a big shea butter fan. But tons of beautiful, beautiful soaps in here that he sent. This is Hawaiian, blue Hawaiian shea butter, and all sorts of other little soaps. I mean, there's just tons of them in here with a nice note. And he also sent a nice box of California chocolates, which is beautiful. It's on the other side of the room though, so I'm not going to go get that. But anyway, these are beautiful, and they smell lovely. I haven't really even used any of them. I just gave one away as a gift to somebody, but I haven't used them because I wanted to show them first. So anyway, there's